You've had the thought, maybe it was on a trip, a nice hotel, smooth check-in, clean rooms, strangers paying $200 a night every single night just to sleep in a bed that isn't theirs. And somewhere between the lobby and the elevator, you did the math, 100 rooms, $200 each, full occupancy. That's $20,000 per night. You thought, this is a money machine. And here's the thing, you weren't wrong. Hotels are among the most consistently profitable businesses on the planet. Hundreds of billions in revenue every year, reliable demand. Global reach, there's just one number nobody shows you. What the owner actually keeps, the global hotel industry is worth over $1 trillion a year, more than 500,000 hotels, millions of rooms, tens of millions of guests checking in and out every single day. From budget motels off the highway to five-star towers overlooking city skylines, this industry never sleeps, never closes, and never stops collecting money. On paper, it looks like one of the greatest wealth-generating machines ever built. But here is the first thing that should stop you cold. The biggest names in this business, the brands you recognize instantly, the logos you see in every airport, every city, every country, most of them don't actually own the hotels they put their name on. The brand on the door and the owner of the building are almost never the same person. There are layers between the guest and the person who built the property. Silent layers, each one collecting quietly before the actual owner sees a single dollar. That is the machine you are thinking about buying into. Say you want to open a mid-range hotel, nothing flashy, a clean, reliable property. Business travelers, families on a budget, a recognizable name above the door. To build that from the ground up, land construction, interior fit-out equipment, technology systems, you're looking at somewhere between $15 and $25 million, depending on location. And that figure assumes everything goes to plan. Construction delays, material cost overruns, permit timelines, each one adds to the number quietly without asking permission. That figure does not include the franchise fee, because if you want that recognizable name above the door, the brand that drives bookings, the loyalty program that fills your rooms, you're paying for access to it. Initial franchise fees can run anywhere from $50,000 to over $500,000 just to get started. But the fee is only the beginning of the agreement. Before you open a single room, the brand sends inspectors. They evaluate the property against their standards, room dimensions, lobby layout, technology systems, staff training certifications. If anything falls short, you fix it on your timeline, at your cost. There are pre-opening training programs you're required to complete, brand-mandated software systems you're required to install, signage specifications down to the exact font and fixture type. And the moment you sign that franchise agreement, you're no longer just a property owner, you're a franchisee, a licensee, a paying member of someone else's system. You have the building, they have the brand. And from day one, those are not equal assets. That's just to open the doors. Now let's talk about what happens once guests actually start arriving. Revenue comes in. And immediately, it starts leaving. The brand takes its royalty fee first, typically 4 to 6% of your gross room revenue, not profit revenue, before expenses. Every month, regardless of how you're performing. Good month, bad month, slow season, hurricane warning, the percentage leaves before you see the number. Then there's the marketing contribution, the fund that pays for loyalty programs, national advertising, and the booking platform the brand runs. Add another 2 to 4% on top. So before you've paid a single employee, 8 to 10% of every dollar that walks through your door is already spoken for. Most hotel owners don't run their properties themselves. They hire a professional management company to handle daily operations, front desk, housekeeping, revenue management, staffing. That costs another 3 to 5% of total revenue. You're now sitting at 12 to 15% consumed by fees alone. And not one guest has complained yet. Not one pipe has leaked. Not one booking has been disputed. Then there's distribution. A growing share of bookings now come through third-party travel platforms. And here's why that number keeps climbing. Guests trust the aggregator. They compare prices, read reviews, book through an interface they already know. Even when your brand has a loyalty program offering direct booking discounts, A significant portion of travelers still go through the platform. Those platforms charge commissions of 15 to 25% on many bookings, sometimes more. That room rate the guest paid, a large slice of it never reaches your account. Then add credit card processing, small percentage, every transaction, every day. It compounds quietly in the background, invisible until you look at the monthly statement. Labor accounts for roughly a third of a hotel's total revenue in operational costs. That number has been climbing. Wage expectations have shifted. Staffing has become harder and more expensive simultaneously. Then insurance. Not one policy, several. Property coverage, general liability. Business interruption insurance for when things go genuinely wrong. Each category has its own premium, its own renewal cycle, and it's an annual increase. In recent years, those increases have not been small, and occupancy is never what the spreadsheet promised. Peak season, you're at 80 or 90%. Slow months, you're at 40. But the fees don't adjust. The royalty percentage doesn't pause. The management company doesn't offer a discount because January was quiet. Stacker it all together and ask yourself, what's actually left? Here's the number. The average net profit margin for a hotel, after everything, lands somewhere between 8 and 12% on a hotel doing $4 million in annual room revenue. That's somewhere between $300,000 and $500,000 in actual profit if operations run cleanly, occupancy holds, and nothing breaks. To recover a $15 million investment at that rate, you're looking at 30 years. And in year 7, the brand will send you a renovation mandate. New standards, new fixtures, new systems. Another $2 to $4 million, non-negotiable. Refuse, and they pull the flag. A hotel without a brand isn't a business. It's a building with beds and no customers. And yet, some people genuinely build wealth in this industry, not by owning one hotel and hoping the margins hold. By understanding exactly what game is being played and choosing to play it differently. There's an operator type, not a dreamer chasing passive income. A builder, they start small. A single modest property, often independent. Family runs the operation, no management company fees, no outside labor where it can be avoided. Every dollar of margin is protected, then reinvested, then a second property, then a third at that scale. The brand becomes a tool, not a dependency. A distribution channel, a booking engine, something you use strategically, not something that owns you. The formula is slow, deliberate. And compounding, one hotel is a job. 10 hotels is a business. Now here's the part that puts everything in focus. While hotel owners are grinding for 8 to 12% margins, fighting with travel platforms, managing renovation mandates, absorbing fee hikes, the brands themselves are running an entirely different business model. The major hospitality brands don't own most of the hotels that carry their names. They own the system those hotels plug into. The reservation technology, the loyalty program, the brand standards manual, the name on the app. And for that, they collect a percentage of every dollar every affiliated hotel earns. Whether that hotel is profitable or not, bad quarter. The brand still gets paid pandemic. The brand renegotiates and restructures. The owner absorbs the loss, roof needs replacing. That's not the brand's problem. This is what's called the asset-light model. And it's one of the most quietly brilliant business structures ever built. The real hotel business isn't owning the rooms. It's owning the reason someone books them. So what does it actually take to win in this industry? Not one hotel. Not passive income, not the dream that started in a lobby somewhere. It takes scale. It takes operational discipline. It takes treating the brand as leverage, not as a landlord. It takes reinvesting every dollar of margin before you get comfortable. And above everything else, it takes time. The people who build real wealth in hotels are not the ones who bought the building. They're the ones who understood the system they were buying into and built something the system couldn't fully extract from. You thought owning a hotel meant owning a money machine. It does. You just have to be careful about who owns you back.